Jenny and I are taking you guys to Skinwalker Ranch. We're not going on the ranch. We don't have access. We're just going to drive around the ranch once or twice and see if we can see any paranormal activity. We've seen some crazy stuff, but it hasn't been at the ranch. It's been in the basin. What is the basin called? The Uinta Basin?
Oh, the Uinta Basin is huge.
Yeah.
It's this whole...
All of the Uinta Basin is Skinwalker territory, and weird stuff is reported all around, not just Skinwalker Ranch, just Skinwalker Ranch for whatever reason is famous, but the whole area around it has... Jenny and I saw some or one UFO about 15 miles west of here. And what we saw is what Skinwalker Ranch is famous for, and it's the kind of stuff that people report in the Uinta Basin. Yeah, we don't know if it was just one aircraft, I guess you would say, collectively, or if it was 4 different aircraft, but they were 4 lights flying in the sky in a square pattern, and they were all moving synchronized like it was one craft. And we were at our bigfooting base camp that we always use in the area, and I was by the fire, and Jenny's like, you gotta see this, come check this out. So I come to see what she was looking, and this mountain peak, we actually stay on top of a mountain, but this little peak behind where we're staying, that's only a mile away, not very far away, I see these lights flying towards us, and they stop above the peak, and then move left, right, up and down, and then the bottom right hand from us, corner light, right next to it, a big badass spotlight kept turning on and scanning the mountain below it and the mountain across from it. They were just the weirdest thing, but I could not see anything but the lights. I could not see the object, and my first gut instinct when I saw it, the way it was hovering and moving, I thought, oh, a helicopter. However, this helicopter would have to be 50 foot square, 50 feet on each side. I mean, just massive. And of course, we're not hearing no whirling blades. And I live by an airfield. Our home's near an airfield, a military base. We see craft all the time. Helicopters fly right over our house and land all the time. And this thing was just silent, moving around, and then that spotlight, so bright. I've never seen a spotlight that bright to be able to light up the mountain, and kept scanning for the mountain for something. And then it just hovered in one spot and then dropped down, and the bottom 2 lights touched down on the mountain, and then one light disappeared on one side and the other light dropped down to the mountain and disappeared, and then on the other side they did it. I mean, the whole thing moved in synchronization like one ship or one craft until it landed. And at least that's what I witnessed. It was freaky. But anyway, we kept on saying back and forth, we need to grab a camera, and I just knew in my gut that if I ran to get the camera, I was going to miss everything. And this all lasted maybe a minute and a half, and when it landed, and all the lights turned out. Then I dashed, went and grabbed a camera and set up a tripod, you know, hoping that they would light up and take off again. And we kept a camera aimed up there for like 2 hours after all this happened, and nothing ever happened again. That's total Skinwalker Ranch, Uinta Basin type stuff right there that we saw. I have no explanation for it. Well, let's explore down here a little bit before we go back. Maybe we can work our way over to the ranch down here. Yeah, this up here turns to the left, which is in the direction of the ranch. So anyway, you guys that are with us, keep your eye out for, you know, the flying orbs or whatever that people see out here. This takes us to the ranch. We've been on this before. Jenny and I have explored all around this ranch. We come Bigfooting out here quite a bit. There's a lot of Bigfoot hotspots out here. And so we drive past this ranch a lot, and because it's famous for Skinwalker and UFO phenomenon, for the heck of it, we might as well drive around it and see if we can see anything weird going on. There's also another ranch out here that has some crazy activity. Blind Frog Ranch. A lot of people around there report Skinwalker activity, and yeah, Jenny and I this last summer, we drove right past Blind Frog Ranch and didn't even realize it until we saw it on TV, and it's like, hey, we were just there. As a matter of fact, the same day we drove past Blind Frog Ranch, that evening, or that night, is when we saw the UFOs. And when I say UFOs, I'm not saying, hey, these are aliens from another planet. It's an unidentified object. We don't know what it is. Do you know what it is, Jenny?
No, I have no idea what it was.
Yeah, neither do I. I wanted to call it a helicopter at first, and then soon realized that that wasn't a helicopter I was watching. It was either 4 independent orbs, lights, flying around in unison until they landed, and then they did their own thing when they landed. And of course, when they got down to ground level, they lit up the ground a little while and disappeared. But I guess what Jenny, when Jenny called out to me to come check it out, she was watching them, and when the spotlight turned on, she saw the spotlight once or twice before I did. Well, what did you see before you called me over?
Well, I just saw that big, huge spotlight flying around and shining all over the place, and it was weird because whatever the spotlight, whatever it was coming from, wasn't making any noise. It was, and it was blowing really, really, really hard outside, and you can't fly a helicopter in wind like that. So I thought that was weird too. That's
what I thought too. That the wind gusts and stuff.
And it was really like clouds were blowing through the air, and so the spotlight was shooting through the clouds, and it was just a bizarre looking. It was bizarre, and it was spotlighting into the sky, up into the air, across the mountains. I mean.
Yeah, I don't know what it was looking for.
I don't know what it was looking for either, but what was weird about the spotlight is it didn't seem to be attached to anything, because it was pointing in all different directions. And it was like, almost like it was on a round, I don't know how to explain it. It didn't look like it was attached to anything except for a big bright light. It was weird.
Right, when I saw it turn on, you got these 4 orbs of light in a square formation, about 50 feet square, and I couldn't see a craft, but it was so dark. I don't know, 4, 5, 6 feet
What
to
is
the.
that?
That looks like a
Keep
dog.
going. That was a big dog.
Oh my goodness. Freaked out, huh? I think it was a dog.
Yeah, it looked like a dog.
Could be a Skinwalker dog, though, right by the ranch. That is the ranch off to the left of us.
Well, there's another thing running in the road in front of us.
Oh my goodness, what is it?
It's a dog, too. Somebody's dog's got loose or something.
Running around Skinwalker Ranch.
Oh, poor dog.
Yeah, we scared him. Go home. Yep, that's the ranch. Could you recognize the, I recognize the ridge line off to the left. I don't know if this camera will pick it up. But anyway, the 5-6 feet to the right of the bottom right-hand light from our orientation, much bigger than that light, the spotlight would turn on and just aim all different directions. It was just amazing. I've never seen a spotlight so bright and light up everything. Jenny called it like a stadium light.
Yeah, it was big and bright. It looked like if somebody had just flicked on a stadium light. Boom. And then it just started scanning around everywhere.
And I was puzzled why I could not hear the sound of an engine or the sound of blades.
We're going 17 miles an hour.
Right. Is there a law against that?
I think so. In
Oh,
50 mile an hour.
Well, they can pull me over then.
Okay.
I'm here to check out the ranch. I'm not here to break any speed records. So yeah, it was just silent. I've never seen anything like it in my life, and I was just kind of made an uneasy night of sleep for me that thing just landed and disappeared on that mountain peak so close to where we were staying. That black dog freaked you out, huh?
Yeah, it did.
Don't stop.
Yeah, there's a big, huge black animal on the side of the road. Let's stop and roll down the window.
How you doing, man?
Jesus.
Is this Skinwalker Ranch? Are you from the ranch, man? Yep, that's the ranch on the left-hand side of us. I kind of want to flip back around. I saw a road that cut
It went to a
back
cemetery.
in towards us. It did?
Yeah.
That one that went this way?
Yeah. It said right on the sign, something cemetery.
Okay. Well, I know we've circled the ranch and been able to hug pretty close to it before. Okay, that same base camp, like 5-6 years previous, I was excited about a supermoon. It was going to be the closest, biggest supermoon of the year, and I wanted to film it come up over the horizon and take pictures of it and all kinds of stuff like that. And I could kind of see the part of the mountain, you can see just before the moon comes up where it's going to come up. It gives off a light. So I had a camera all set up on a tripod, aimed at it and everything, and then off to my left or off to the north, the moon was coming up in the east. This big old fireball, big old fiery looking orb comes up over the mountain, and I reached and grabbed the camera by the tripod so I could turn the camera that's already running at this, and it come up over the mountain, just barely cleared the top of the mountain and then dropped back down. I probably seen it 3-4 seconds, and sounds like a long time, but I was not able to get it on video. So been elusive for us, and I didn't expect to see anything like that. I'm just waiting for the supermoon to come up.
I didn't get to see that.
I know, some people I explain it to, they're like, well, was it, a flare? And I've seen those a lot, and those are teeny tiny compared to this. Those rescue flares and everything, yeah, nothing like that. I mean, this was a massive orb of what looked like fire. I saw a road back there that I want to see if I can turn down. Yeah, I only observed that come up and down for a few seconds, but what Jenny and I watched went on for over a minute.
Oh, it was more than that.
Yeah, and that spotlight would turn on, spotlight around, then turn off. Then turn on, spotlight around, turn off. And I know it spotlighted a couple of times right below it before it landed.
I watched it for a while before I even called you over, because I wasn't quite sure what I was looking at. And then I was like, well, that's not going away.
When you had me first come around, it wasn't quite perfectly over that mountain peak yet. When you called me, you got to see this, and I come around and I saw the lights in a square formation. They came towards us.
Yeah, it was flying towards us.
Yeah, towards us, and then it stopped directly over that mountain peak where it eventually landed and disappeared, or the lights turned off. I don't want to say disappeared. What's this?
I don't know.
I didn't see anything that said that we couldn't drive on it. Are you uneasy?
Yeah.
Don't want Dragon to come out and kick our ass. But if we couldn't come back here, you think they would have a sign? Is there someone standing in that window?
What window?
That bottom left window of that building?
No.
What the hell is that?
I don't know where we're at, so I don't know what that is.
What's going on? Where are we? talking about something freaky that just happened a couple of months ago, and we're practically about as close as you can get to Skinwalker Ranch right now. Skinwalker Ranch will be off to our left. And I hate making such a big deal about the ranch, because the phenomenon that the ranch is famous for doesn't just happen at the ranch. It happens all over this Uinta Basin. 15 miles away, we've seen the same thing. And then there's a town called Fruitland that's west of the ranch. This guy that we made friends with that lives in Fruitland, he a couple of years ago showed, I don't know if Jenny saw him, but he showed me this video of these orbs that he filmed in Fruitland flying around. There was 2 orbs, and they were flying independently of each other, and left, right, up and down, zipping all around, and it was like dusk. You know how there's a little bit of ambient light left after the sun goes down over the horizon and stuff, and these orbs were, just lit up, flying all over the place and everything, and just the craziest, coolest thing. And I've seen videos of people at the gate of Skinwalker Ranch online filming the same types of orbs flying around, and I'm just told them, I'm like, you need to go public with this. You need to send that to a TV show, or put it on YouTube or Facebook or something, blah 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 blah. And he just hees and haws about it, and I'm like, well, you want me to? No. So he just keeps it for his own personal thing, but I've seen it a couple of times. He showed me the videos on his phone. That's towards the ranch right there. Yeah, those are the plateaus on the ranch over there. I sure hope we don't get in trouble for being on this road.
Well, we're not supposed to be here. I know that.
Why not?
Because we're on the res. We don't belong here.
Oh, this is reservation property?
Oh, it's a fracking site.
Well, if we're not supposed to be here, they should be putting up signs saying, you don't belong here.
Well, I'm just saying.
Well, I'm not going to keep going in on these. I'm going to go back to the main road. And
I think it's just new fracking roads.
yeah, I've never seen these before, or,
There's a big, huge pipe running right along here, just like up on top of those dirt roads by camp where all the fracking goes on, and there's those big black tubes running everywhere.
Gosh, it's only 15 degrees out there. It's bitter cold.
Yeah, I can feel it coming through the window.
So that's probably the office for all these fracking sites.
Yeah, probably. It's a brand new metal place, so.
Yeah, it's brand new. I've never seen it before. It's shiny.
There's all these new pump stations.
Yeah, there's another fracking site. Okay, back to the ranch. The ranch will be on our right side. And I do see the silhouettes of the plateaus that are on the ranch. Yeah, most of the property around Skinwalker Ranch is reservation property. So you can drive on the public roads, but you can't get out and hike around, unfortunately. We do go up White Rock Canyon sometimes, and just before you get into the canyon, you get up to a high vantage point where you can look down onto Skinwalker Ranch. People will sometimes go up there and set up lawn chairs and get their binoculars and watch the ranch and around the ranch to see if they can pick up any paranormal activity. So that's what this is right here, is one of the new fracking roads, I would assume.
Yep.
Yeah, this has just barely been made. Wow, right next to Skinwalker Ranch. Yeah, I see the plateau off to our left. This wasn't here the last time we come out. They just barely built this. Wonder how the Skinwalkers feel about this.
They're digging.
I know, you watch the show and it's like bad things happen if you dig. Well, these guys aren't digging, they drilled. Yep, my headlights are pointing right towards the ranch. I can barely make out the plateau past this snowbank. Yeah, they just barely built these this year. Right at the doorstep of the ranch. I wonder if the people that built this got headaches and I don't know if you guys have seen the new show Skinwalker Ranch, but they say it's bad juju to dig on the ranch. People get sick when they start digging. But you know, of course, that's not on the ranch, that's by the ranch. Yeah, on our channel, do a Skinwalker Ranch search. We've driven around this ranch several times over the last 8 years, and then public property as close as we can get, like Sour Creek, we've hiked around. And then not too far from here is also the Blind Frog Ranch. And we know of some places to hike and camp back over there.
Same thing.
It's alright, I kind of want to poke around a little bit. These little fracking roads get us closer to the ranch than we've ever been. I mean, off to the left I'm seeing the plateaus of the ranch. Skinwalker Ranch is in Duchesne County, and I've heard people say that Duchesne County is the richest county in Utah, and this is the reason why. Because what they pump out of the ground here.
I don't think we're supposed to be here.
Damn. The ranch is just right over there. The ranch is only 400 acres in size. I can drive around the ranch in like 15 minutes flat, do a full loop around it. Of course, the speed limit around the road that goes around the ranch is pretty high. But yeah, it don't take long to do a full loop around the ranch. They don't have anything flagged saying we can't come in here like we just did. I haven't seen not one sign saying do not enter, no trespassing. So the last time we drove around the ranch at night, we saw a raccoon.
Oh, look at that. That's new.
That cross.
They should be able to see that.
I've never seen that.
Me either.
Someone put a cross up in there.
Maybe that's a cemetery.
It looks like it's up there by itself.
Yeah, I can't see anything
Completely
else.
by itself. The cemetery is right here off to the left.
Oh, I see.
Is that a dead end?
Yep.
No, it's not.
Oh, sorry. Pavement ends. I just saw ends.
That cross was cool. I love exploring around Skinwalker Ranch. Get you kind of pumped. See a couple of dogs and they freak you out because they're near the ranch. That black one was pretty big.
I just didn't know what it was when you started slowing down. I didn't know it was a dog yet.
I don't know what kind it was, but it looked like a really hairy black lab. But black labs don't get hair that long, so I know it wasn't a black lab. Maybe it was a mix. Yeah, it was big dog.
What are those dogs that Derek had?
Those sheep dogs, those white ones.
Yeah, that's what it looked like, but it was black instead.
Are they Pyrenees?
Great Pyrenees. Yeah, it looked like a black one, but they don't.
Well,
have
it
black
was
ones.
big like a Pyrenees, but it was black.
I know, that's why I said it looked like that, but black.
And then the other dog, that smaller golden colored dog, that dog was scared of us. It's kind of creepy, isn't it?
Yep.
It's 14 degrees out there. It's just bitter cold. I still have not seen anything out of the ordinary at or near Skinwalker Ranch. Everything I've seen out of the ordinary has been like at least 10 miles away from the ranch. Like in Indian Canyon, Jenny and I saw that.
Big sparkly thing?
Yeah. I was in Indian Canyon. I hope this isn't taking us someplace weird. I was hoping that it would like let us out somewhere by Fort Duchesne or something. It stinks here. It smells like sulfur.
I don't smell it.
Big boulders everywhere. It keeps on getting us closer and closer to Fort Duchesne. Okay, and another time and nothing really that stood out unusual. Just felt a little freaky. Another cemetery. Got a lot of cemeteries around here.
Gusher. Huh? Is this a new place? I don't remember driving through Gusher.
I remember driving through Gusher many times. Cold. Okay, well, that was our drive looking around the Skinwalker Ranch area. Hope you guys enjoyed the look around the area. Maybe one of these times we take you guys there, something weird will happen. But like I says, it always seems like the weird stuff that we see and experience is always like 10-15 miles from the ranch, but the entire Uinta Basin is known for the same activity that makes Skinwalker Ranch famous. Alright, well, keep on watching. We're going to keep on squatching, or skinwalking, or whatever you want to call it.